Alright, so we're getting the 13 primes within the next 2 years, but many consumers have been asking, what are they going to turn into? Because except for a few of them, we've never seen them transform before. And we don't know. We don't have any leaks or any comments from the designers saying this is this is that. So it's all just guesses. And we know so far that Prima, Alchemist, Solus, and the 13th are all trucks. Megatronus is a tank, and Vector is a ship, all that. But that's only 6 of the 13. So what are the others? But before that, I have been on YouTube. I have been posting on here for a whole year. And up on my channel right now, you can find the 1-year anniversary of my whole YouTube channel. It is me going over my entire Transformers collection. Every single figure that I have amassed in the past 10 years of collecting. Some of them are in really bad shape, some of them are in really good shape. You won't know until you go watch it, so go check it out. Crazy stuff. Starting with Alpha Trion, we know his robot mode is based off of the Worf Cybertron design from some designer comics, but that design doesn't really give any hints as to what he turns into. Going through the options, he's been a ship, a lion, and Batman's tumbler. I doubt they'll make him a lion so that Onyx keeps being the only beast of the 13, and I don't think he'll be another truck, because, again, there's plenty of trucks already. I'm hoping for the tumbler, but if I had to guess, he's probably just going to be like a spaceship type deal, probably going to look like the Cyberverse design if I had to guess. Next up is micronus. Probably a truck. If I had to guess, he'll be a core class, maybe with his robots in disguise 15 coming in a Primus bubble thing as an accessory, like it'll be a core class, and then it'll have big bubble that splits into 2 pieces, and then he can just like sit inside of it. Some people on TFW 2005 were throwing around the idea that he'd be a core with Apex armor that would come all off and combine to be a trailer while Micronus himself becomes the cab. I think he's just going to be a truck. If he's not a truck, I'm more so expecting him to be a van, like a smaller version of Alchemist. Next up is Nexus, and I really wanted to talk about the first combiner because he's the only, well, he's not the only Voyager, but he is only a Voyager. If the leaks are true, which, considering they're from JT Prime 17, they're probably right. But, like, what could they do at a Voyager price point and still make him a combiner? I originally thought that he was going to be a core class combiner, like that of Dino King or Volcanicus that they did in Legacy, being sold at leader class price point. But we know from these leaks that he is only a Voyager, so now I'm unsure. Maybe he could be a deluxe torso with core limbs, but I don't know about that. That seems like it's kind of pushing it for a Voyager. But what if it's a core class with Micromaster limbs, or a full Micromaster combiner, like those ones that we saw in Japanese G1, I think? Or, my favorite idea as to how he could work is like the Thrilling 30 Centuritron. I don't know how to say its name, it's weird. But it's a 3-part Minicon combiner that was sold at deluxe price point in the Thrilling 30 line. What if Alchemist is that, but as core class, being sold at a Voyager price point? Because the designers had originally said, when core class was reported to be cancelled, that there were not going to be any single releases of core class. But they did say that they might be released in other forms later on. This could have been one of the things that they were hinting at. And in terms of the vehicle modes of the separate bots, if he has any separate bots, I think the torso would probably be a truck. Maybe one limb is a tank and then the other is a jet. It's hard to say without knowing how many limbs or how he's going to combine. Amalgamous. He can turn into anything he wants. I think. That's how the lore goes. So he's probably just going to be a weaponizer in the same style as like Trash Master, except he's got like one dedicated ship mode in the instructions, and then that's it. And then he's just like littered with 5mm ports, so you can just do whatever you want. Now we got Quintess. This is another one that I was wrong about, because according to the listings, he was going to be, or he is going to be a Voyager. No. Originally, I thought that Quintess would be a Voyager, and that he would turn into the Quintesson corkscrew ship that we saw in the '86 movie. But with the listings saying that he's going to be a deluxe, I'm not sure about that. I don't really think that they could pull that off and have it look good at a deluxe class price point. Now I'm kind of expecting something like the Transformers 1 Prime Changer, Quintesson Commander, I think they called him. Just as like an organic ship looking deal, or some sort of jet of some kind. But please, I'm hoping for the exact opposite of what Earthrise did with its Quintesson. Please do not make Quintess just unfurl into a platform. That was really dumb. Liege Maximo. Most are speculating a pre-tool of Beast Wars Rampage, but none of the primes are set for a planned reuse, so no. I'm expecting him to be the leader class figure that we still don't have a listing for. So probably not a deluxe with a pretender shell being sold at Titan price point like most people have been saying. Probably just going to be another ship, if I had to guess, like a big spaceship. Something. I can't really think of any ship that has ties with Maximo off the top of my head. I really can't think of any of that. So maybe they'll come up with their own design. I'm sure that they'll all be good.